Good afternoon. What you're going to be doing today is creating your own art since we missed art class on Tuesday. What we will do is we will listen to this book called The Dot. Maybe you have read it or heard it before. And then I will show you some examples of the art that you can create today while you are at home. So let's go ahead and start with our read aloud. It's called The Dot by Peter Reynolds.
The Dot. Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. By Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can make a better dot than that." She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on a bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots were quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Sign it." The end.
So this book reminds us that we can be artists. We can take simple things like dots and lines and make them into art by adding our own twist, our own unique colors or designs. So what you're going to do today, you have a white piece of paper in your packet. You can choose to use colored pencils, markers, crayons. If you have paint, you could use paint. It's really up to you and what you would like to choose for what you would like to use to create your dot. And your dot can look like any of these examples that I'm about to show you. And I really want you to take a look at the difference in these dots. They're all so different. This one has a really neat design inside of it, a pattern design. And then here we have dots within dots and then dots outside of the dot, all in different colors, beautiful bright colors. Here's another one that has an intricate or very detailed design. It looks like a mandala, if you know what a mandala is. And here's another one. This one was actually made out of a paper plate. So if you made a mistake on your white piece of paper, then you could use a paper plate. It's already round, like a dot. So you could start a new dot design, a piece of art using a paper plate. Here's many different colored dots. This one reminds me of the solar system for some reason. Here, someone drew a beautiful design on one whole piece of paper and then cut out a circle in that piece of paper to make a dot and glued it onto another piece of paper. So we have two separate dots. You could do something like that if you have extra paper at home. And here's another example that is only using three or four different colors. So maybe you just want to pick the colors that you want to use to create your dot. Okay. So you're going to grab your piece of paper, choose whether or not you would like to use colored pencils, markers, crayons, or paint, your choice. And then you can go ahead and start creating your dot. Make it you. Make it your unique design. Make sure that you put your name on your paper. I would love for you to bring it back to school so that we can hang it up in our classroom with some of the other artwork that we started last week and that you've been completing this week. Okay. I hope you have a really good time creating. Enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow.